Hey, have you ever been taught to measure success by the amount of sales you have in your business? You ever been taught that? Yes, yes, say me. Well, today I'm going to give you a paradigm shift. And I'm going to help you begin to see success in alignment with heaven. So if you're ready for that, put some fire emojis in the chat. What's going on, my friend? It is Christopher Harrell, the Kingdom Marketing Superman. Right now, we're going live on multiple platforms. Right now, we're going live on Facebook. We're going live on LinkedIn. We're going live on YouTube. We're going live on TikTok. We're going live on Instagram. We're going live everywhere. So, my friend, come on in. I want to share some powerful Thursday nuggets for you right now, my friend, that help you get the breakthrough that you've been seeking, to help you get the results that you actually been praying for. So that sounds good. And you're ready. I need to know if you're ready. If you're ready, put some fire emojis in the chat right now so I can see you guys right now. Put some fire emojis in the chat because I'm excited to break this down for you, my friend, because I can tell you this. See, once I fully understood what I'm going to share with you today, I had a paradigm shift. It changed everything because what I'm going to share with you today, my friend, is you're going to see how we have been taught and conditioned to do business, to think in terms of the same way that the world thinks in terms, right? In the same way that the world defines success. And then at the end, guys, if you enjoy what I'm going to share with you right now, I'm going to give you an invitation to come and join us on the upcoming brand new Business with God Challenge. My friend, if you're going to join me and share with you today, the Business with God Challenge is like 10 times the amount of transformation, 10 times the amount of value, 10 times the amount of results and breakthrough you would get. So I'm going to invite you to join us and go to businesswithgodchallenge.com. We got a brand new challenge, brand new starting very soon. So you do not want to miss it, my friend. All right, but let's talk about this right now. All right, because we're talking about God, money, and sales, and how to reframe the way you think about success. Because I always talk about this. There are always two ways to build a business, right? And there are two prevalent mindsets exist today. So if you're currently a coach, right? Coach by a business coach, financial consultant, right? If you're a coach or consultant, or you're an expert online, a service provider, my friend, there are three ways primarily to build your business. All right. I mean, two ways, right? And those two ways are the world's way and kingdom way. All right. The world's way and kingdom way. Now, many of us, right on my road in my hand, many of us have been taught from secular, worldly people on how to build a business, right? And because many of us, I know I've invested tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to be where I am today in my business, right? And not everybody I learned from taught God's way, taught the kingdom way, right? Some people, unfortunately, don't value the things of God, right? And they will teach you things that, if you're not careful, can put you out of alignment with what God has for you. Okay? So let's talk about this. What I want to do, I want to break down, because see, we've been taught to, the only way we can measure success in the world, one way, is simply by sales, right? It's about the money, the revenue that's in our account. In other words, the world is going to teach us to focus on metrics. Okay? Right? And in other words, by metrics, by focusing on sales, by focusing on money, right? In other words, it's based off of outcome, right? And what happens is this. Have you ever felt like you were not fulfilling your purpose and assignment because you were lacking in sales? Just put me in the chat. That's you. Let's be honest. You ever felt like you were not fulfilling the purpose and assignment that God has given you because you were not making sales in your business? Put me in the chat. Have you ever felt like you were not fulfilling the purpose that God had for you? Because why? you were not making a lot of revenue in your business. You weren't hitting six figures, multiple six figures, seven figures, right? You weren't generating a lot of revenue in your business. Yep, yep. And what happens? Have you ever felt like people not liking your post enough? People not sharing your post enough? People not commenting on your post enough? People not doing those things. So you felt like that you were not fulfilling your assignment. You felt like that you were failing, right? You didn't feel successful at all because why? You felt invisible online. You ever felt that way? Yes, yes, type yes in the chat. Yes, yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. See, these, I know how you feel. Okay, I want you to know first and foremost, your buddy Chris, your mentor coach Chris, knows exactly how you feel because I felt the exact same way. Okay, when I was building my business, when I was caught up in hustle, when I was caught up in grinding, when I was caught up in the ways of the world, when I was doing all the things that the worldly mentors was teaching me to do, all the false scarcity, all the false urgency, all the false claims and borderline stuff they teaching you that lacks integrity in the name of sales, in the name of money, in the name of metrics, in the name of outcome, right? And I was doing those same things. And unfortunately, sometimes, many times, I felt like, should I really be doing this? Is this in alignment with what God has for me? But since the focus was on sales, since the focus was on outcome, since the focus was on results and success, defined the way the world says success is. The world takes success as lights, camera, action, glamour, fame, money, sales, right? So the world defines success that way. So if you don't have those things, or you don't see those things manifesting in your life, right? You can feel less than. You can feel you're not as valuable than. You can feel that you're not as worthy than. Do I got a witness, right? Am I speaking to anybody right now? But let me see some fire emojis in the chat right now, right? Let me see some Y's for yes. Put yes in the chat right now. Put yes, yes in the chat right now. This is making sense. Put yes in the chat, right? So we will feel like that we're not doing what God called us to do, okay? Because we're not making those sales, right? But what I'm gonna do, I want to give you a quick reframe, and I'm gonna teach you how to reframe this. Now, here's the deal. I gotta put this out there too. I am not minimizing your ability to have sound marketing strategies. Okay? Right? I'm not minimizing that because here's the deal. Let me be 100% clear. Sales do matter. Revenue does matter. Getting clients in your coaching, consulting, expert business matters. Right? So I'm not telling you what I'm going to teach you. I'm not telling you to settle for struggling. I'm not telling you to settle for being less than. Let's get that out there right now. I want folks to say, well, Chris said this stuff. No, Chris didn't say this doesn't matter. Chris telling you what to focus on because here's the deal. I can teach you how to market the way God wants you to market to attract the right people. I can teach you how to sell in the way that God wants you to sell that can generate six figures, multiple six figures or more in your business, right? I've done that for so many other clients and students. And the first step, if you want to learn how to do that stuff in your business, is go to businesswithgodchallenge.com. Okay, go join us on the upcoming Business with God Challenge. Simply go to businesswithgodchallenge.com and secure your spot. All right, and then put that out there. Okay, so but here's what I'm saying. This is a call to separate your identity. See, if you're a faith-driven coach, your business is driven by your identity first and who you are in Christ. Okay? Not by the amount of money you have, not by the amount of sales. See, people who don't know Christ, this is their foundation. And this is where they base everything on. So if these things are not happening, right, then they don't have anything. But your identity first is in Christ. It's who God says you are. All right. Oops. So first you have to understand that, okay? Now, but unlike the world, okay, that base everything, the basis success off of outcome, okay? In the kingdom, it starts with assignment. Okay? Assignment. See, In the kingdom, assignment does not equal outcome. Write that down. If you're a faith-driven entrepreneur, your assignment matters most, and your assignment does not equal outcome. Okay? Your assignment equals obedience. Your assignment equals obedience. When the world is focused on outcome, in the kingdom, in God's economy, God's way of doing business that actually will last is focused on obedience to your assignment. Okay? And not focus on these things here. Let me ask you a question. How long did it take Noah to build a boat? God told Noah to do what? Go and build a boat. Right? Well, God gave Noah an assignment. Right? Now, don't you think that Noah probably felt, because he wasn't seeing any tangible results, he wasn't seeing any outcome, right? I mean, they didn't even see rain prior to that, right? So don't you think of the 100 years it took him to build that ark, that he felt like, why am I doing this for? Does this make any sense, right? Like people ridiculed him, right? But he had to focus on his assignment. So understand this. Was Noah unsuccessful for 120 years until it rained? So that from the moment of building the ark to the moment that it began to rain and flood, was Noah unsuccessful for 120 years? No. Give you another example. If Jeremiah, the prophet, preached for decades, right? And no one listened to him. No one turned from their wicked ways. No one repented. No one got right with God, right? You read the book of Jeremiah, you see this prevalent. If he preached for decades to get right with God, turn from your wicked ways, judgment is coming, and no one did it, was he not fulfilling his assignment? Think about this. If Jesus himself, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, if Jesus himself preached messages that led crowds to leave him, to depart from him, to no longer follow him. If you go read John chapter 6, you will see this. Was Jesus ineffective in his calling? And people was leaving him. If you go read John chapter 6, you will see people left Christ. Was he ineffective? The answer again is no. See, I used to define success as money, sales, results, fame, notoriety, right, all these things, right? And I was basing it off the world's metrics. So if these things were not happening in my business, which at times, I've been full-time online since 2016. It has not been hunky-dory every single day since 2016 in my business. I went through spells where I didn't make sales. I went through spells where I lost clients. I went through spells where the business was not popping, okay? Now, so since I was basing my identity off of these things, sales, money in the bank account, metrics, fame, likes, shares, all that stuff, right? Outcomes. So I was basing my identity off of that. What do you think happened to me when business was struggling? I began to get depressed. I began to feel overwhelmed. I began to want to give up. And not just give up in business, but give up on life. Why? Because my whole identity was rooted in success the world's way. Success, the world tell me how to succeed. What success looks like. See? But in the kingdom, if you are fulfilling your assignment, even if it takes you 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you are successful. Because why? God rewards obedience. God does not love you any more or different based off of outcome. Is this making sense? Yes and yes. Let me know if this is good stuff. Yes and yes. Type yes in the chat. Put some fire emojis. Also, guys, hit the share button right now. This is good stuff. Hit share right now on all the platforms. Show your boy some love. Hit share. Don't keep this good information just to yourself. Hit share, repost, do all the good stuff right now as well. Right? So, see, since we know that Noah was not ineffective for 120 years, since we know that Jeremiah was not ineffective for decades preaching, since we know that Christ was not ineffective because people left him, you understand that your fruit is not measured by what shows up. It's measured by what's flowing through you. Okay? That makes sense? Yes. Let me know that makes sense. See, you are not called to chase metrics. This is what the world, trust me, I've dealt with worldly coaches and gurus and mentors. This is all they focus on. Right? This is their God. So you're not called to focus on this exclusively. You're called to move with the master. Do you realize that God told a prophet to marry a prostitute? Think about that. God told a prophet to marry a prostitute. Do you think that guy was successful? Think about that. See, sometimes things happen in our businesses that the world will not see as success, but God will. Why? Because you are being obedient to the assignment he's giving you in that season. Ooh. Is this good? Is this good? Yes. So what I want to do really quick, I want to give you a way to reframe success the kingdom way. All right? I'm going to give you a way to reframe success the kingdom way. All right? So let's do that. So in the kingdom, I want you to look at success this way. And I'm going to go with blue. Success in the kingdom all right? Success in the kingdom is this. First, obedience. Obedience. All right. Plus peace. Plus stewardship. I'm going to go over these in a second. All right. Plus integrity. Okay. So what is success in the kingdom? Obedience plus peace plus stewardship plus integrity. So in other words, you can ask yourself this: did I do what God told me to do today? If you can say yes, guess what? Bam, you're obedient. Also, you can ask yourself, did I show it with love and excellence? Did I show it with love and excellence? Okay? And by excellence, mean you should do all things in excellence. Now, I'm not going to get into this topic right now, but we'll dive into that later. But if you're representing God, what you put in the marketplace should look better than everybody else stuff. It should look superb. All right? So did I show it with love, with true love for my audience I'm called to in excellence? Did I steward what's in my hand? You can't worry about what you don't have. Are you stewarding well what you have in your hand right now? What's in your hand? Are you stewarding what God is giving you right now? Stop asking God for more and maximize what he's giving you. See, we make the mistake of, Lord, bless my business. Give me more, give me more, give me more. And God's like, I already giving you something right now. You're doing nothing with it. So why should I give you more to do nothing with more? So did I steward what's in my hand right now? And ask yourself, did I serve even when I was not seen? See, you can feel invisible online. You can feel like Casper the Unfriendly Ghost. But did you still show up in a powerful way, even though you didn't get 1,000 likes, even though you didn't get 1,000 shares, even though you didn't get 50,000 followers and subscribers, right? Did you still show up? And did I keep going when I had every reason to stop? Why? No leads, no audience. I'm stuck. I'm plateauing. I haven't made any sales in several months in my business, right? I'm not hitting my goals. I'm not hitting my revenue, right? I'm stuck, I plateaued, I'm not getting results, but did you keep going? See, if you can say yes, if you can say yes, then you're succeeding. See, this gave me a huge paradigm shift because I built my whole business success on results, sales, money in the bank account, popularity, metrics, right? So my whole identity was wrapped in that. When God gave me this paradigm shift, like, oh my goodness, I could be succeeding and not even making sales. That's like, God, tell somebody in the world, they're like, huh? Right? You could be succeeding and not even getting results that you want today. Mm. See, because God sees big picture. God sees everything. All right. So is this making sense, guys? You can succeed even if your business is not even doing six figures yet. But again, here's the deal. I'm not telling you to, oh, Chris said this, that. No, listen. You still have to improve your messaging. You still have to improve your marketing. You still have to improve your sales process. You still have to improve your client acquisition process, okay? You still have to improve your offer, okay? That's the business strategy side. You cannot neglect that side when you get the kingdom side, right? You cannot neglect it. So you got to understand it. But I'm sharing this for you to understand but your worth and assignment is not wrapped up in that. But you have to be able to do that, all right? Because see, you're not just building a business for the sake of building a business. You're not just growing a business for the sake of growing a business. You're not just scaling a business for the sake of scaling a business, okay? God is preparing you for something sustainable. So when the increase comes, you can actually handle it, okay? But here's the deal. If you know you need to improve your client acquisition process, if you know you need to improve your messaging, if you know you need to improve your sales process, if you know you need to improve the way you market online today, if you know you need to improve having a system in your business, you don't have those things to systemize your business to grow, to be able to handle the increase that God can send you. If you know you don't have those things, then you know that you have not been building your business in alignment and being positioned in a way for God to give you unmerited favor, because God says that the blessing of the Lord makes one rich. He has no sorrow or hustling or toiling or grinding to it. So if you know you've been doing things the world way, if you know that you need to improve marketing and sales and all those things, then here is your way to do so right now. Go and register and join the Business with God Challenge. This brand new challenge will transform your life and transform your business, guaranteed. That is a guarantee. So here's the deal. Go to businesswithgodchallenge.com. Go to businesswithgodchallenge.com and to secure your spot and join us on the brand new Business with God Challenge. It will transform your life. We got a brand new challenge starting any day now, my friend, that will change everything for you in your business. So hopefully you found today's live training valuable for you. I want to know your biggest takeaway or your biggest aha. Put that in the comments right now below. Put your biggest takeaway or your biggest aha right now in the comments below. I want to know what that is, because I will read it. And if you got any questions or anything, feel free to reach out, connect with me. But more importantly, if you want more of this, if you want to take this to a whole other level, you want this times 10. Because here's the deal. If you're a kingdom citizen, we should be doing things differently than how the world does it. And once God gave me the blueprint, I was able to generate six figures in only 59 days. If you want to discover what that blueprint is, and I will give you that blueprint, you got to go and join the businesswithgodchallenge.com. Once I follow God's way, I earn way more money than I ever did following the world's way, following man's way. So if you want that six figure in 59 days blueprint, go to the Business with God Challenge right now. Join us, secure your spot, get your ticket, and here's the deal. Make sure you upgrade to VIP. That way you can get ongoing coaching with me and a lot more bonuses as well. So hopefully you found this valuable, my friend. I enjoyed this stuff, enjoyed teaching it, and I'm trying to see if anything else I want to share with you right now. But but my friend, realize that you're God's beloved. You're not being overlooked. And so I look forward to connecting with you all inside the Business with God Challenge, my friend. So again, remember this. Put God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed, my friend. Peace and God bless.